so welcome to this week's Unikernel application spotlight. We're looking at Hysteria. So Hysteria is a powerful, lightning-fast, censorship-resistant proxy. As you can probably tell from the Mandarin, and I'm looking at the English docs. This is explicitly designed to bypass the Great Firewall. Anybody who's been to China or other places like that knows that you have to have a way to deal with this. The Western internet is basically totally unusable without. It's actually the first time I signed up to a professional VPN subscription was the last time I was in Beijing, and I've had it ever since. And it's interesting because it takes me back to even my high school days when I used to sell proxy access to other people, and we would use interstitial ads. I know those are super annoying, but that's what we did. Anyways, this is above and beyond your average proxy. It has a lot of like really interesting random things that they've done specifically to deal with Great Firewall. In other work, I've also had to deal with transferring and scraping stuff over APAC and through the mighty Pacific Ocean. And it's a real pain in the ass simply because, they'll take that TCP connection, start, dropping everything and basically just spy on you to make sure you're not doing anything crazy. So let's get into it. It has a lot of different protocols, SOX5, your HTTP. It's built to run on Quick, and it's a client server model, which I'm going to show you the server side. So the server is what we would say you would maybe run as a unikernel. And then the client, that's just like your desktop client that you would use normally for anything. I have about 3 different other VPN and client desktop applications that I use, not daily, but close to daily. What I found really interesting about this was this TCP Brutal. They actually made their own congestion control algorithm, and you can load it as a kernel module. This is really interesting stuff that they went to this length of to deal with certain things. Obviously, we've got packaged up as Unikernel. It's a whopping 7 megabytes zipped up. Let's just show you how it works. So we pop into the terminal. I have my ops package load. Let's blow this up for you. Hysteria 268 now, or 260. Now this has 2 different ports. One is this kind of web administrative interface. So that's on 9999. And then I'm passing in another port for the UDP. Like I said, this by default is going to have Quick, which runs on top of UDP. And that's set to 4443. So we pop that open. It's listening on both of those. Now you have the client. So this could be a desktop application that you're running. For just the video demonstration, I'm running it here locally. Oh, well, let me show you the other things too. So I created this cert and key PIM, and that's shared amongst the client and the server. So when you generate that or use a service like Acme or something like that, that's why I'm just keeping it local. And then the client has its own config, so you can go over there. The auth, so that's just to auth in. I said set this insecure to true because I have a self-sign cert. And there's different ways, like all this is configurable, by the way. You can set your bandwidth, you can set, what to listen in on. But we can go ahead and pop it up. So let's and if it connects correctly, it should tell you that, you know, it connected. If you're not seeing these last 3 lines, then it didn't connect. And then we can use curl just to test. I'm, you know, dumping the request headers. I'm connecting to our SOCKS 5, not SOCKS 5, just the HTTP proxy. And then we're just gonna hit up headers JSON test, right? So pretty basic. I'll show you they have this nice little traffic management deal where you can kind of look at stuff. You can also like kick people, which is kind of cool. We can take a look at that real quick. So if we go to our docs, and then there's what is it? Not the port hopping. Yeah. Anyways, there's a lot of interesting things that you can do with it. But yeah, this is pretty simple, pretty basic, but it packs a lot of punch. And you know, as a Unikernel, like they even built this like open grate firewall just to test against. I love it. I love it. So yeah, check it out. Hysteria, lightning fast censorship resistant proxy running as a Unikernel. Till next time.